Chapter 18 of No Somniel Engage is a boat map where you are attacked from multiple directions and that features a variety of powerful enemies, including a very large number of flying units. Because I cannot forge without the Somniel, my bows end up being surprisingly weak and I find it very difficult to be able to one-round enemy flyers. As such, I am forced to resort to more unorthodox solutions. Enter the Hurricane Axe, a 20-mite magical smash axe, for which there is little practical use in normal circumstances, but my circumstances are anything but normal. And in this situation, it actually is quite good, since the Hurricane Axe is effective against flyers, tripling its base might for a total of 60 magical might on the weapon alone. I give the Hurricane Axe to Kagetsu, who is a Wyvern Knight, and set him north immediately. I activate Great Ether with the Hurricane Axe and manage to catch 3 enemy flyers in its area of effect, causing massive damage to them but unfortunately not killing them. But regardless, this is a huge tempo swing that gives me the momentum I need to start the map. I use Fire Dragon Veins and Essential Flame Cannon to stall enemies as I fight desperately against the waves of increasingly tough enemies. At this point, I typically need multiple actions for multiple units to take on even one enemy. There is an optional speed wing that you can obtain on this map by catching a thief on the left boat, but actually going for it will be complete suicide because that is where the majority of enemy reinforcements spawn. While the allure of stat boosters is tempting, my army is simply not powerful enough to make the push to obtain it. The pressure gets so high that I become physically uncomfortable in real life due to the tension and the stakes at hand. I just barely managed to survive a turn where enemies target 4 Lin doubles instead of ganging up and killing my actual units, allowing me to recruit Linden, who is a very useful magic user who will not realize his full potential as he'll be spending nearly all of his time spamming Flame Dragon Veins instead of fighting. At this point, I am extremely starved for mystical units, since Salient and Citrine are dead, meaning that there are very few mystical units that can be useful as a Koron user. I continue struggling against the enemies on this map, unable to rush the boss or really stabilize my situation, but as the last wave of enemies spawn, the boss becomes aggressive and starts moving towards me. The reinforcements are simply too numerous and powerful to fight without risk, so at this point I decide to bail, defeating the boss, just barely managing to beat the map without anyone dying.